Who serves whom? Dwarven advice on how to run the supernatural and the characters that depend on it. Dwarven wisdom and rage. In this video, we will see how to play and run characters that gain their abilities from supernatural powers. Dungeon Master. Have you had players play their clerics, paladins, druids in a way that it seems the gods are there to serve the player characters instead of the player characters serving their gods? In essence, the player character does nothing for its god or patron, but expects their gods to give them their spells and abilities at no cost. If that is how you and your players want to play the game, that is fine. But if you want to add more depth to your world and game, this is what I recommend. Supernatural powers, such as gods and patrons, expect to be worshipped. Worship can be done in a variety of ways, through rituals, prayers, sacrifices, and other actions. Rituals could be composed of kneeling, eating certain foods, or anything that is agreed upon and that fits with the domain of that god. As to the frequency, it can be done daily or monthly. It depends how complicated or difficult the ritual is. Prayers, well, they're self-explanatory. This could be done daily. Often in my games, it is required that they pray in the evening and in the morning. Sacrifices could be donating gold or destroying an item. The item could be normal or magical. As to the frequency, well, if it's a normal item, it could be done monthly. But if it's magical, then yearly. Same thing if it's donating gold. It depends the amount. It could be a monthly amount or a yearly amount. Now actions, well, this could be anything that is agreed between the dungeon master and his players. The same thing with the frequency. But again, keep in mind, it should fit within the domain of the god or patron or the supernatural power, whatever that you are using. Through these types of worship, characters receive their spells and abilities. But what happens if they stop worshipping their god or patron? Their god or patron will stop listening to the player character. So they might be taking away their spells and abilities. But losing spells and abilities should not happen suddenly. The player character should receive an omen or a warning, such as spells working in a lesser way or a different way. Even they could backfire. If the warnings are not heeded, then it is time for the spells and abilities to be taken away. The character could also be penalized. If they aid someone that opposes the values of their god or the alignment of their god. Maybe when the cleric tries to heal, it will not work because again, it opposes the values or alignment of the god. For the PC to regain its spells and abilities, it will need to redeem itself in the eyes of their god. The redemption should not be easy. It should be a quest in itself. Also, the further the PC strayed away from their gods' beliefs and mandates, the harder the quest should be. This can create a great adventure for the player character, and it can enhance the campaign or the story that is being created. Do you agree or disagree? Do the gods in your game interact with the characters? Share your wisdom in the comment section. But remember, be honorable, be respectful. Subscribe, hammer that bell, share.